beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona desert. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Ayton.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, D.A. Thanks.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position. And for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Devin Booker out there with Johnson. And it's Turner in at the small forward. Now here's Johnson. Back to Booker. A three ball. Good on the three-point shot. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
And here are the Suns now. The Mavericks making the shot. Johnson with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shots good by Turner.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
Porzingis can't hit.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Ayton throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson outside. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams and what these individual players could be like. Now Johnson, following the Porzingis miss from deep. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The shot by Saric, no good. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And he makes that one.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Saric outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Clock at 6. Booker looking around. And the Suns miss again. Mavericks trailed by 3. There's the feed to Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The numbers for Luka Doncic absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
And such impressive poise and confidence for Luka Doncic, Doris. He's unfazed by the NBA.
I think it makes sense, Kevin, when you consider this young man has been playing as a pro and against men since the age of 16. And by 17, he was tearing up the EuroLeague. This guy was ready to make the leap. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his first foul. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. 1:43 left here in the opening quarter. From 13, that's good from Johnson on the assist by Kaminsky.
So effective, so strong. Get to your spot. Tyler Johnson gives you so much on the offensive end.
Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. To the middle. It's hauled in by the Suns. And here is Bridges. 11 points last game. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And here's a look at some numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
Kleba, the pass to Lee. Out on his own on the break. Here's Booker. Drops in the breakaway layup. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Kleba kicks to Finney-Smith. Lee passes to Finney-Smith. Shoots over Bridges. And it's off the back rim. No good. Suns leading by 7. For 3, Booker. Powell pulls it in. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And he gets the bucket.
My goodness, how good is the balance of Seth Curry? Welcomes the challenge of converting through contact. That's pretty.
Johnson outside. Pass to Booker. Here's the 3. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Lee, also J.J. Barea out there, and it's Powell in at center. And the Suns making a change here. Turner's checked in, and that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Turner. Kleba with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleba with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Lee. Now, here's Bridges. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And here's Booker from the arc. Not going to go that time. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Let's take a look at Dallas. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Suns, right now, quite a ways down below.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
Of course, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis gliding in for the finish.
Turner passes to Jones. Here's Diallo. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. They get it again. Got a piece of it.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Here's Barea. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Barea's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. The Suns have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Turner finds Jones. Back to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And it's 7 points for Evan Turner.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Ayton, he's checked in for Diallo. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Powell, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Ryan Brokoff. Jones kicks to Šarić. 5 on the clock. The pass to Turner. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
Passes it to Šarić. Pass to Ayton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year convo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Booker comes in for Šarić, and it's Johnson in for Turner. Dallas shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
Pass to Ayton. Booker up top. it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
That one falls.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Suns trail by 4. Johnson surveying the floor. The pass to Kaminsky. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Bridges passes to Ayton. From deep, Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
And so it's Dallas. With a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they made a concerted effort.
And that'll about
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Suns. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Devin Booker out there with Tyler Johnson, and it's Turner in at the 3. No good from Booker.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now here's Johnson. He's covered closely. Here's Turner. And that one goes long.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks, he can be special.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Saric. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Ayton kicks to Turner. Shot clock at 6. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Passes it to Baines. And here is Turner, guarded by Porzingis. Turner against Doncic. It's tipped.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Shaq Diallo, he's checked in for the Suns. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Ryan Brokoff comes in for Doncic. Lee's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. The 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson, had one of the great shot blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Baines passes to Diallo.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Tyler Johnson. You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Pass to Diallo. Now Bridges. Over right. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Booker, and he makes good on the layup.
Timeout.
Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
There are few people in the league that are more scary when they start to find their rhythm than Devin Booker, and he's cooking right now.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Jones checked in for Aaron Baines, and Dario Saric subbed in for Shaq Diallo. Booker outside. Pass to Saric. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. .52 seconds left to play in the third. Bridges kicks to Saric. The pass to Kaminsky. Just 4 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off for 3. Booker. Kleba with the rebound.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 18 points.
What you love is how complete a player Kristaps Porzingis is. There is a variety of ways with which he can score it.
The drive by Booker. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
This guy's a really clever penetrator. You have to be aware of Seth Curry's craftiness on the drive.
Now Booker from deep three-point range misses the shot. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Suns shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Seth Curry, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Comes up empty down low. Dallas leading by 23. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Booker lays it up off the glass.
Quality decision making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Booker the pass to Saric. Shoots from 12. Here's Ayton. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing excellent.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Turner comes in for Saric, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Mikal Bridges. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Luka Doncic comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Seth Curry. Outside Turner. Feeds it to Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
The Suns making a switch here. Baines is checked in. Here's Marjanovic. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now here's Johnson. Brunson covering. Johnson gets the bucket.
Well, Tyler Johnson off the bounce. That handle's so tight.
Mavericks leading by 21. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Pass to Baines. Johnson with it. Guarded by Porzingis. No good on the 3. The Mavericks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Turner dishes to Baines. Down low, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Here's Porzingis. That shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. From 12 feet out. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, it's encouraging to me that Devin Booker is willing to mix it up on the glass. How about that offensive board? Pretty.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Johnson outside. Well, it's all right. This is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and it'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding, outstanding season we've watched this team play.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4-0.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Johnson, no good. Porzingis inside, and the layup's good off the glass.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Hustle, pay the price. Want a slice.